Hi, and welcome back to the library. My name is Eliza, and I'm the Youth Services Librarian here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. And today I thought I would share some of my recent reads with you guys. Since I am the Youth Services Librarian, I read tons of youth fiction, whether it is chapter books, teen novels, picture books. I read a little bit of everything. So today I thought I would share 5 of some new titles that we have here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. First up, I have Lock Eater, which you might sound like a very strange title. What could this mean? Is it about a girl who likes to eat locks? Maybe she's a thief and she wants to pick locks. I had absolutely no idea what I was in for when I picked up this book by Zach Loring Clark. In Lock Eater, we meet Melanie, who is an orphan who in this village where there is magic. Now, the thing about Melanie is sometimes, if she's not careful, she'll wish the window would open and then the locks will just unlock. This is what happens one night after she goes to bed one night and she hears the orphanage cat yowling and yowling and yowling and wants to get let out. And all of a sudden she just wishes, gosh, I wish that window would open, and then boom! Not only did the windows open, they blasted open. Now this caused some inspectors to come around looking to figure out exactly what was going on. After that, Melanie ends up working as an apprentice for a witch, except for she's not actually a witch. She's actually working for this little robot who has no idea who he is, what he is. He just knows he's not actually a robot. So they end up going on this big, massive adventure through the countryside trying to figure out who and what this little robot is. So there are tons of different twists and turns and magic and magicians and mystery happening within this book, including some furry folks, which is very, very cool. So I definitely want you to pick up Lock Eater the next time that you stop in the library if you are looking for something full of magic and friendship and a little bit of what is going on. Since we are entering into the holiday season, I thought it was the perfect time to read something a little bit on the spookier side, or so I thought. We have The Nightmare Before Christmas, Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. This is Sally's story that takes place immediately at the end of the Disney movie, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It picks up right away at the end of the movie. Jack and Sally have just gotten married, and now, whoa, Sally is now the Pumpkin Queen. She goes from absolutely nobody, like paying any attention to her, to now being, hey, Pumpkin Queen, look over here. Pumpkin Queen, please put on this beautiful dress. Pumpkin Queen, where is your crown? And she cannot stand the instant fame. So as she's going through the woods one day with Zero, she ends up finding a tree, just like those other holiday trees with the doors on them, but this one has a crescent moon. Inside seems really, really dark and scary, so she leaves it right away, only to find out that the Sandman was there. And the Sandman is now putting everybody to sleep in Halloween Town, in Valentine's Town, in all of the other holidays, and all over the world. And now it's up to Sally to save the day and learn how she can stop the Sandman and save her new husband, Jack. The next book I want to talk about is called The Bookshop of Dust and Dreams. In here we meet Poppy. Now, Poppy's just your normal average girl. Her parents run a bookshop. How cool is that? Except for the bookshop is magic. All of the clientele range from living here in our modern day in the 2020s, all the way back to the 1940s or even earlier. The bookshop is available to anybody who might need it. So Poppy loves being at the bookstore. Now her time period is actually in the 1940s during one of the world wars. So when her older brother's best friend ends up dying in the war, they are absolutely devastated. But now all her brother can think about is using the bookstore's magic to save his best friend, which is against the rules. So it is up to Poppy to figure out how she can help her brother and make sure that no harm comes to the magic at the bookshop. This is a great fantasy historical fiction if you're ever looking for something that has a little bit of magic as well as that nice flavor of history in it. Next up, I have 2 graphic novels. The first one is called Smaller Sister. This is a realistic fiction about a girl named Lucy who has an older sister named Livy. Now, Livy's having some small problems. It starts off with wanting to be thin, looking like the other girls, and just starting to not eat. Once Lucy finally discovers that her older sister has a problem going on, it's starting to change how she is viewing herself. So in here we have Lucy, who's not only trying to navigate family and friends, but also relationships as she's growing from an elementary student up through middle school student, dealing with her family moving a couple different times, her sister's eating disorder, as well as her own body image. This is a realistic fiction called Smaller Sister, and it is found upstairs in our graphic novel section in our J section. The last book I want to talk about is called Rabbit Chase. Now, the really cool thing about this book, as I'm sure you can guess by the cover, is it looks a little Alice in Wonderland. The really neat thing is that it actually combines Alice in Wonderland with some Ojibwe mythology and legends. In here we meet Amy, who is on a class trip learning about her heritage, when some funky things go down and she ends up finding herself in a very Alice in Wonderland themed adventure, only with characters who are from the Ojibwe legends. This is written by Elizabeth Lepensi, who is also part of the Ojibwe Nation. So this is also a graphic novel that can be found upstairs in our graphic novels section here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. So you can stop into the library, talk to me at the front desk if you have any recommendations that you want to give me or I can give you, and you can find all of these books here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library. We'll see you the next time you stop at the library. Bye!